camera and sound are rolling.
As in, I might
But we'll take
start looking at it now.
3, 2, 1, rolling and action.
Hello everyone, today we have Mr. Siddharth Setia from Peninsula Land to talk about Ashok Vistas, Peninsula's latest plotted development project in Gahunje, Pune. Welcome to Get Real with Peninsula Land.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
So Siddharth, first question, as a customer, why should one consider plots?
That's an interesting question. I think the whole value proposition to a home buyer in case of plots vis-a-vis apartments or flats is very different. You know, in an apartment or a flat, you are naturally constrained with the the amount of square feet of space that you have, and there's always a limited amount of flexibility that you have with respect to your interiors and how you want to utilize that particular space. Whereas in a plot, it's a completely open canvas. So one can really model it in the way how it best suits the needs of a particular family. Whatever spaces that particular family, the home buyer's family want, you can really customize it really grounds up. And I think second pretty big difference compared to buying an apartment is that in the end in plot you're actually buying the land. So I mean in India we always have a thing for zameen se lagav. So you're actually buying the real estate in its more real terms. In its most real terms.
That's very interesting actually. So one would actually argue that plots can be, independently purchased. So
Sure.
why go for a project like Ashok Vistas?
The difference is exactly similar how you buy a branded product vis-a-vis an unbranded product. So in a branded product, you're sure that the brand on which you are relying has done their pre-qualification checks. It's the same thing, So in land also, when you're buying it from a company like ours, the customer is safe and the customer is sure that we've done all the necessary checks with respect to the title of the land, and there are no legal issues that can possibly arise in the future. And hence, it's very different than buying from land just from any other seller. So, the other aspect of buying from buying land from a company is that, of course, we've done our pre-qualification checks and we've ensured that there are no title issues. A house is really, if you think about it, is the most costliest purchase that any individual would do in their lifetime.
Right.
In any other product, if you later on find some issues, maybe okay, that the money that you spend in buying that product goes down the drain and the loss is limited. But in case of a house, that amount is fairly significant. So you really have to ensure that the piece of land that you're buying would not come saddled with any possible issues from its past.
Right.
Hence, buying it from a company like us ensures it's a very safe and a very clean transaction.
That makes sense, yeah, absolutely. And what do you think makes Ashok Vista special?
I think firstly location. The location is fantastic. It's not a location. Normally when we think about plots and land, we think that it's going to be away from city. We're going to be thinking that we're going to drive some 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and some 30, 40 kilometers or whatever, and we're going to go away from city, and it's not going to be in and around any major development in the city. Whereas this particular location is right across several high rises that are coming up or have come up actually. People have actually moved in. So in an established neighborhood, to be able to buy space for your own bungalow in itself is a strong value proposition, we believe. And the second part is that it's not just you're buying only a piece of land. You're buying an asset which is going to be within a gated community. The only difference is that in case of when you buy an apartment, it's a vertical community. Here, we're talking about a horizontal community, right? So it's still a gated community which also has the clubhouse and the amenities like you have in an apartment complex. So while you have the advantages of buying land for bungalow, but you still have the advantages that you find in a complex.
Sir, so you mentioned that the location and amenities makes Ashok Vista special. Is there anything else that you think that also kind of builds up his value proposition?
No, thanks for asking me that. In various other plotted developments also, which are from, of course, well-renowned developers, you can get obviously a good location and amenities. But I think what makes Ashok Vistas truly unique in its literal way is an exclusive community. We're not trying to make a project which will have a very varied group of people staying in a very large complex. It's a very select set of 125 odd discerning home buyers. So what we're really trying to do here is make an exclusive and a community of like-minded people who will have shared interests and preferences, and so it just makes the whole experience of eventually building a bungalow there and staying far more purposeful and far more fulfilling.
So it actually sounds like Ashok Vistas has it all, given that the location is perfect, there's an exclusive community angle, and of course you get to design your own bungalow and space. So having that in the close proximity of the city is truly unique. So thank you for sharing such wonderful insights and telling us about this project.
Thanks for having me here. It was great talking to you. And towards the end, I would just like to say we're quite excited with this upcoming launch. We've done a lot of development in this part of the Pune city, and we're coming towards the end of our almost 50 acre of development in this part of the city. And we really hope that people will take advantage of this last opportunity from us at this specific location. Wherein the home buyers can buy land and build bungalows and fulfill their dream lifestyle.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you.